location?
I think I've said that the three clues. I can't really say much more, but I would say the three clues. Well, the clues will be able to lead you to where the treasure is. And once we've got the third clue or the final clue, it will give you the best opportunity to find the treasure.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Right, let's get Jamal in. Hello, Jamal. Wait a second. Takes a second, isn't it? To can I get multiple people to speak? I'm not so sure.
Hello.
Hello, Jamal. You right, mate?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Do you have a question, dear sir, or just want to chat?
I a little bit of both. The question I have is do you count a business as private property? So, for example, would like a self-storage place count as private property? Because the rules, some people are a bit, confused what counts as private, what doesn't.
Okay, I mean, I would say it's accessible at all times of the day. The treasure.
Yeah.
It is not dependent on time. Also, you've got to think the only two people who know about this treasure are myself and the mystery man. So, if you are thinking of the route of potentially going to talking to somebody in a shop or of the like.
No, I'm not thinking about that, but I'm thinking maybe, like one of those self-storage places that you can just walk in at any point or anything like that. Would that class as private property or would it not? Not whether or not it's on there, but
yeah, I think the treasure with that class of private property. I don't think it would. I think if you're going in there and being polite and courteous and make sure that you don't piss anybody off, then I don't think you are. But as soon as you start trying to rattle open door bins, then I think you might be struggling there.
okay. Also, how's your day going? You doing well, mate?
It's good, thanks, mate. I've had a very action-packed five-a-side evening. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I've had a good day, thanks, Jamal.
Oh, were
you
you with Alex and that lot, or were you?
I
with
was, yeah. It was the first time I'm playing with him actually. Yeah, he's not a bad player as old I am, Alex.
He's got a good foot on him.
Yeah, yes. Say what you like about Alex, but he's got a good left peg on him. Actually, more of a right peg. All right, Jamal. Thanks very much, mate.
Thanks,
We'll
mate.
get somebody else in. Who else is around? I want to see hands up. Rogan, let's get you in. Hello, Rogan.
Hey, I just have a simple question. I am disabled myself, so when you said there's wheelchair accessible, I was like really happy. But the main question is like, is it accessible in terms of kind of because I've been in a wheelchair for a while, I'm in and out, and all grass is off limits, pretty much by wheelchair. So obviously that's a massive question to ask, but is it?
It would be accessible to you, Rogan.
Okay, that's perfect. And in regards to that, is it accessible in terms of like, kind of, I could get to it, or I would have to get someone to like get like, is it reachable in a way? Does that make sense?
Mean, I'm not gonna kind of delve into that deeper question because I don't obviously know about like your maneuverability and your kind of how accessible you are with people like helping you out. But no, I would be I'm pretty confident that you would still be able to go to the location in which the treasure is buried and to uncover the hidden treasure. As I said, you won't need to be wielding a shovel or a spade and digging 6 feet down to get a briefcase. So yeah, I'm confident, Rogan, that you would be able to, if you were in a wheelchair, you'd be able to get the treasure.
Okay, thank you so much. That's really cool.
No worries, mate.
Thanks.
Right. Oh, Sam Cope once again. Hello, Canada.
Hello. So I was just wondering. So for your little jingle there, why did you do that? I mean, everyone made so many great jingles. Like, I mean, why would you reject such a great jingle that someone like me would have made? Like, wait, I gotta find the right keybind. Hold up.
Hold on. Did you send it to me?
Yeah, I did actually. Wait. I think I did.
I don't think you did.
You even sang it. You remember you sang it
on this Discord. I'm gonna have a little bit more than just being like, oh, here's a jingle I sang to you on a Discord. But I appreciate the sentiment of you of writing one.
too,
Would
because
do,
you
I
you
think it may be the
you
one where you
sang
said the
a
words and
theme
then they
song.
put it
Yeah,
in music.
yeah.
what was I'm so sorry, Keller. You'll have to jog my memory with the
So,
particular jingle.
So someone asked you at one point if you could sing the grit bins to the max thing.
Oh, of
At one
course,
point.
yes, the
I
grit
think
bins
it's
to
that.
max. I think is it that
Yeah,
one?
of
Okay,
course,
well,
of course.
that one. Look,
It's so
I'll
high
take
quality. How could you
it,
turn it down?
of course, well, one of the reasons is, of course, that the let's take it to the max. That's old stuff. That's the mayor stuff. We've got to keep it fresh, funky, and exciting on the Max Fosh channel. So although let's take the grit bins to the max was a brilliant jingle, it didn't quite
I know.
work
Of
for
course it
this
was.
individual series. But I appreciate nonetheless you really getting involved once again.
It was awesome, right?
Yeah,
All
absolutely
right, that's all I needed to hear. I'm
stunning. Right, who have we got next? Ah, Sam Cope. Hello, good sir.
Mr. Fosh, how the devil are we?
Very good. Once again, Sam Cope
Lovely
invading
job.
a Discord once again.
Hey, he loves it. I mean, I'm not sure I like you using my name in such negative connotations. Hopefully, we can make that better at some point. Ah, dear. So first question.
Yeah.
Did you score tonight?
I did. The first game we played, I lost 10-1. We lost 10-1.
Oh my.
That
Okay.
was with Zach and Jay. And Jay's he's a feisty, like very good player. Lost 10-1. And then in the friendly match afterwards, yeah, I scored a few, but I'm more the rock at the back, if I'm honest, Sam. I don't
like
I
that,
let everybody else get the glory.
Old reliable.
Mm,
Exactly.
of course.
That lovely job. And there we go. My next question. Apologies, because I think it's somewhat similar to the first one, or the one that I sort of joined on. Do you need to know the answer to the first clue in order to figure out the second clue?
I don't know whether I should answer that or not. It's a very good
It's
question.
it is a difficult one, isn't it? Because the way that I'm sat with it, and I know a lot of people that I speak to are sat with it, is they're stuck on where to move when they have links to things, because they're trying to link it back to what they perceive to be the answer to the first clue.
Yes, of course. I mean, that is the nature of, I guess, treasure hunting.
It is. So I'm asking you for help, Max.
Yes, of course.
Oh dear.
They are to solve that. I guess this is probably giving
It's
it
tough.
away.
I do
You can
apologise.
solve them. You can solve them in their singularity by themselves. Each individual clue. The question is how they all link together for the treasure hunt. Now, I've seen some. Of course, there is one particular theory that's banding around after the first clue came out. Of course.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. I can't quite remember
That's
what I
fine.
said exactly word for word
No,
there.
that's fine.
But yeah, I would look at each clue in its by itself and see what can I do here that I can solve this. And so that's probably going to give you the best option, because I can imagine what again, to go back to keep it simple, stupid, KISS, that anagram. People are very excited when they get an idea in their head and they want to make it fit. They want to
Yes,
show that they're correct by making it fit.
Confirmation bias, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. So I would take each individual clue, try and solve it to the best of your ability, and then try and put them together. I guess
Okay.
that is what you are trying to do. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
that's what I've got to say on that particular.
That helps a lot. Thank you very much, Max.
Would
Oh.
you say those multiple clues lead to the same answer, or how would
No
you say
comment. No comment on that.
Okay, fair enough.
Right, lovely. Thank
Well,
you very
Mr.
much,
Cope,
Max.
thanks very much, mate, for joining once
Problem at all.
again.
Hey, every single time, mate, I'll be here.
Cracking. Right,
Love it. You have a
we've
good
got
one.
Mr. Gritbin.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
When designing this challenge, after the third clue is released, how long did you plan for it to go on? Like, were you planning maybe a week, a month,
I have
a year?
absolutely no idea, and this is it's a very good question, because I have no idea how long it's going to take. I am contemplating, because obviously you guys are very kind of, you guys are part of a Discord that's very active, and you're talking about it a lot, which is absolutely wonderful. But I don't know how many other people out there who maybe aren't so vocal with their ideas are working on this as well. Now, I do know that various members of the treasure hunting community are also looking into this as well. So I don't know how quick they're going to do it, but I will say that there is an element. I did design it so that you need to have a relative knowledge of the Max Fosh universe, if as it were, to solve the clues, because I didn't want someone coming in just watching the 3 videos and solving it. But in terms of the length, I really don't know. I really have no idea. My mystery man said that it could take it could take a while. It could be solved very, very quickly. I mean, for me, it would be great if it kind of got wrapped up quite quickly, move on, give the answer, and hey presto, next series. But I don't know. I don't know the answer. And if it gets to a point where it's been quite a while and there's been no breakthroughs, I potentially might drop another clue, another hint, but we'll come to that bridge when we cross it.
Yeah. One more question I have is I find it strange that you come into these Discord calls when you could potentially leak. I feel if I were in your shoes, I would leak, very quickly clues to the problems. How do you prepare yourself so as not to? It's just a personal question I have. How do you prepare yourself to not, leak clues?
Because I think that look, it's a good question. I've got that's why I've got every single time I answer a question, I sit there and thinking, okay, right, well, I know that there's like 45 people listening here, so I've got to be relatively careful. And I would say that I'm confident with the treasure hunt that's been designed and the way that it's been done, that unless I told you exactly where the treasure was, I can't really imagine me giving away anything too substantial, like people saying, like the question earlier about is it really wheelchair accessible? I think I would say yes. I don't think that really, if we're being serious about it, really gives any more information as to where it is, other than it might be accessible by a road of some description. But I mean, I don't think people are going to be scouring every road in the United Kingdom and to deduce the whereabouts of the suitcase or the briefcase.
Yeah.
So I think I can give some stuff away that I know that isn't really going to help that much to anybody listening.
Okay, thanks.
No problem at all. We have got now. I think we've got the Brick, who's going to be coming in next. What a great name!
Oh, the next one, because it doesn't look like they're coming in yet.
Oh right, okay. We've got a waffle of some description. Hello, Ollie.
Hello. Oh God. I did an Instagram group and they didn't respond to me. So I'm just gonna ask you what your favorite drink is. You said favorite soft drink. What's your favorite soft drink?
Okay, well, Ali, I'm currently holding a bottle of Schweppes tonic water, and I'm drinking some of that, which is a bit of a rogue decision. I think as you get older, tonic water becomes more and more appealing. But I would have to say it's probably a Lipton peach iced tea, or a chocolate milk from Shaken Udder that they now sell in Tesco. Absolutely phenomenal drink.
Wait, so is it like carbonated chocolate milk?
No.
What?
It is not. It's not carbonated at all. It's just chocolate milk. But the name of the brand is, I think it's called Shaken Udder, and they are wonderful. They've got a very funny cartoon of a cow on the front. I do enjoy. Ollie, has that given you enough time for the group chat to ask a question, or have I not stalled enough?
No, they've seen it, but they haven't told me. So thanks.
No.
I guess goodbye.
No, Ollie, quickly, don't worry. What's your favorite drink? I'll give you another 30 seconds for them to reply.
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, really? You're a cherry man. Where do you stand on like light drinks? When they put aspartame in it.
I think it's definitely better.
Oh, you think it's better? As in, like, would you prefer like a Dr. Pepper light over a normal Dr. Pepper?
Definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, that's interesting. So you'd rather go aspartame, fake sugar, rather than full sugar.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes it just tastes better as well, like with Coke.
Fair enough. Right, surely that's given you enough time. If not, we'll move on.
Yeah. Okay. See ya. Thank you.
See you later, Ollie. Thanks for dropping by, mate.
Bye.
All right, we'll bring 2 up for this next one.
Okay, love it.
Make it more interesting.
Hello.
Hello, Olivia. Was that Olivia or was that
Oh,
DJ
God.
Walker? That was
Oh,
Olivia.
God.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen. Ignore him. Okay.
Oh, cheers.
What have you got to ask me, guys?
I'm just gonna ask. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
Look, I don't have a vehement dislike of it. I don't like look at it and like get very angry, but I'm not good. I would choose not to eat it.
Good. Good.
That's
Like the
where I
best
stand.
pizza, what?
It's I wouldn't say it's definitely not the best pizza you can get, but I don't. I think people love getting really upset and angry about it. Whereas I just think just order what you like. No one's forcing you to eat it. If there was a kind of government conscription, that's the word, on all pineapple to be on pizzas, then yeah, maybe I would have an issue. But at the moment, like, nah, just get pepperoni, thanks, mate.
I've been asked to ask you, what is your
What's your
favourite
favourite
biscuit
biscuit?
brand?
Oh, hobnob.
There you
Is
go,
that was that
Furious.
was that a bad was that a bad answer?
It's not the best, is it?
Okay, give me some other options. I might change my mind if I
Custard
think.
creams.
I had some like 10
Custard
minutes ago.
creams.
They're good.
Custard creams, no. Bourbons, no. They're too thick. They're literally like chewing
Well,
bricks,
because
lads.
you have to take the top one off, and then you eat like the middle bit, and then you eat the bottom one.
I do
It's like
like
an Oreo.
Oreos. I do like Oreos. Jammy
That's the
Dodgers,
same
but just,
thing.
yeah, that is true. The thing is, like Bourbons, custard creams, and Jammy Dodgers just remind me of primary school, and like it doesn't do it for me. A hobnob,
Have you had
a
them
crumble.
giant ones?
What a giant? Which a giant? What Bourbon?
Bourbon, yeah.
No, I've not had a giant Bourbon. Are they good?
Recommended.
Jaffa cake is not a biscuit. All right, whoever said that, go away.
George.
Jaffa cake is
Yeah.
not a biscuit.
Which George?
Right, DJ Walker and Olivia, do you have a question?
Do I have a
Not about
question?
anything, no. Not really.
Favorite alcohol? That's my
Okay,
question. I'm an alcoholic.
We'll finish on favorite alcohol. I love my beer of choice is a Camden House Lager. My wine of choice is a Sauvignon Blanc, of course, because I'm a basic bitch. And my spirit of choice is probably a gin and tonic.
Having one of them right now.
Oh, very nice. We
He does
love
love
to
gin,
hear
he
it.
does love-
Thank you very much.
Guys, thanks very much. Who have we got next? Oh, Jamal. I think Jamal's asked to speak again. Rogan, we've asked to speak. Joe Young. Let's get Joe Young from Sheffield up because I don't think we've heard from Joe just
We
yet.
have someone else who's been waiting a little bit longer.
Oh, Dals.
Anyone
Hello,
with
mate.
that?
Hello, mate. How are you doing?
I'm all right. What are you up to?
Not much, mate. Just sit in bed, you know. Just got the parrot on watch, chilling, you know.
Very nice.
Do you have any pets, Max?
I've got 2 pet pigs.
Two pet pigs. What are the names?
There was a long discussion in the family as to what we were going to call the pet pigs. There was sausage and bacon, Dolce and Gabbana.
Aw.
All were great options, but my mum decided to call them Piggly and Wiggly.
What?
Yeah, the height of invention and creativity from mum there, because she said, and I quote, "They're her Piggly Wigglies." So there's one called Piggly, there's one called Wiggly, and they're some good boys. They know how to sit, they know how to go on
Oh.
walks. They're about 5 years old now, so they're quite big. They're quite big pigs, but they do like tummy rubbles. So yeah, Piggly Wiggly, absolute legends of the game. You can see them on my Instagram. I've got a few pics of them.
Do
They're
you
the pigs.
herd the pigs as well as you herd the ducks?
No, well, it's quite easy to herd pigs. If you ever, honestly, the pigs will forget who has fed them for the last 5 years, taking care of them and all of that. Whoever has food, they will go to. They show absolutely no loyalty. Like a dog will kind of like stick with its owner, but if you just kind of walked in with some pig food or just apples, they will just follow you off a cliff.
Nice.
That's
My
Piggly Wiggly
my
for you.
question was, are you a keen baker? Do you like baking?
No, are you going to ask me whether I'm a master baker?
No, no. I just wondered if you, because you held up a bag of plain flour in the video.
No, that was
wondered,
just in my cupboard. I absolutely,
that's
guys.
slightly
I'm
open.
one of my favourite theories. I'm happy to dispel this particular theory that's been going on. I got my editor to do the Reddit bit because he knows how to get all the bits looking nice. And he was the one who put in the Andy Tate "don't care" in there, and people are getting very excited about whether that's a clue and that's a theory. No, it's just a meme of Andy Tate saying "don't care." So no, I'm not a baker. I think we just have flour. I have what do I do with my flour? Sometimes some recipes ask you to like put a little bit of flour over some chicken or something before you put it in corn flour, just to get that bite when you nice and crisp. So that's why I had some flour, and I think my housemate used it the night before I started filming, so I just grabbed it and was like, oh, is this a clue? Might be, might not be.
Well, you had me, I can say that much.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Dabs, thanks very much, mate.
No, thank you. I'll be here all night.
No problem. Joe Young from Sheffield, the man, the myth, the legend. How are we?
Hello, Max. I was wondering if it's okay to ask 2 questions.
Of course it is.
And I apologize if the questions have been asked previously.
Yep.
But I've been asked to say 2 questions. The one was when we were analyzing when we first watched the video of the clue. There's a part where it says "what." We were wondering if the "what" in the audio clips was intentional.
Yes, that whole audio clip has been kind of created for the sole purpose of being a clue.
And we were wondering, it's going to highly likely be that you can't answer this, but we found that the clips are from like some of the clips are from like Takashi's Castle video.
Yeah.
We're wondering the "what" is from a specific video because we've gone through nearly every video and it's just incredibly hard to find a single "what." So we're wondering if that's like from something else or
it's connected. The whatever is said afterwards is connected to that particular video. I'm pretty certain.
And the second question I had was if we were to have, so we were thinking of places and we're wondering if we could have an answer by you, which was if a business is counted as private property, for example, like a self-storage business or like a Tesco's or something like that, or a place like a co-op that offers an area where you can lock up your items. We're wondering if that is a private location.
Yeah, this question was asked earlier. I think that it isn't considered a private location. I think it is private property, but I think you really kind of got to use your common sense with it.
That was
if you've got somebody who kind of is working there, like maybe just ask them whether you can have a look, and if they say no, then I think you just got to take that. That's unfortunately
what we were using, our common sense, but we just weren't sure because we didn't want to like turn up there and be told that we're like breaking the law or something. So I think using our common sense is probably our best bet.
I mean, but I will also say that the answer to where it is very much public property.
Okay. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
No worries, Joe. Thanks for stopping in, my guy.
Good day.
You too.
Thank you, Max.
I wonder whether Joe means have a great rest of your day, whether that means now Tuesday, because it's 12 past midnight, or the rest of this evening. We will never know. No. We shall never know. Who else have we got? Is Farewell? Is it Farewell? Are you a mod? Or are you a question asker?
All of us are mods right now.
No, I'm a mod. That's very good.
Jamal's back. Hello, Jamal.
Hello. I was you know what? I want to hear Farewell's question. What was his question first?
I don't actually have a question. I'm in Cornwall trying to survive the internet, so I'll let you go, mate.
Oh, okay, no problem. Basically, I've loved this whole thing because it's made me want to do like a little article on confirmation bias.
Right.
And so I've been feeding in a couple of theories and stuff just to see what it affects on confirmation bias. So I was just wondering what your thoughts are on if you've seen the port theory or the prison theory, and if you have any thoughts on them.
I mean, what's the prison theory?
So the prison theory is that it's a maximum security prison because of maximum,
right.
that was where all I started it with, and then I found out that HMP Wakefield originally started in I think it was 1968 from the 68 from the ad read because you went 6 videos, 7 videos out of 144, as it was just taking little pieces from out the videos.
Yeah,
and just seeing seeing what stuck.
I hadn't seen that particular theory, but that's I love that. Like, you're not really using anything from the second clue at all. Or I'd be quite interested to understand people's just kind of crestfallen faces after the second clues come out, when they realise that maybe their initial theory isn't sticking or isn't holding, but desperately trying to find something that's going to connect the two. And I think that's the great part of treasure hunting. You've got to be as kind of objective and thought emotionless as possible. You got to leave your emotions at the door, really. But yeah, I mean, any questions you have, I've tried to not look into too much detail of the theories, because I'm getting a lot of messages from people. I don't want to be seen to interacting with different theories, but I've also been getting a lot of thank you very much to whoever in the last chat told me that I should make sure to tell people that if whoever finds the briefcase is going to be the person who wins it. Because I've been getting a lot of messages from people saying, "Oh, I'm pretty sure it's here, but I can't be asked to go." So again, I'd like to reiterate the winner is the first person to get the briefcase. I do not care that you message me saying, but I know where it is. But yeah, the confirmation bias has been absolutely rife in the Reddit and generally with family and friends and people who are also trying to find out where the money is.
Final thing is, are you having fun with this, Max? That's all I really want to know. You enjoying this?
Yeah, I think so. I think no, definitely I am. It's been great fun. It's the mystery man who set this. So what we did is that he's essentially the one who set all of these clues. And I kind of tweak them when I wanted them to become more Max Fosh or less Max Fosh or more channel based. But what he would do is he would sit there and tell me the clue. So, for example, he told me the first clue, and he asked me to speak out loud what I thought and my thought process was. And I told him, and I couldn't really get it for a while. And then he eventually told me the answer, and I sat there and I was like, "Oh, of course it's that. That makes total sense." And he said that when you was the power that knowledge brings is just immense, because I'm sitting here thinking, well, of course everybody should know that it's X, Y, Z. But of course, when you don't have the benefits of that, it is really tricky. So I'm enjoying watching people being on the inside, looking out and seeing what people are trying to say about it all. But I'd love, as I said, love to do more of these in the future. So the more interaction this one gets, the better.
I've just thought of one more thing. This isn't really for me. This is more for the people that are also in the chat. I was just wondering, can you confirm, because I've seen a lot of people talking about this, you don't need to be able to know how to, take an audio clip, reverse it, or put it through a special program or anything like that. That's not this kind of of thing, is it?
Yeah, I would. What I will say is that this can be solved by anybody, and it just requires a little bit of thinking. So if you're looking to try and hack it, if you're trying to hack it by just trying to geotag the location of the photo of the thumbnail, I think you might be slightly struggling there. Which I know that a few people saw that I was in. The thumbnail was taken around Newcastle and Tynemouth, and everyone was getting very excited about that. When in fact I was just up there for the weekend, lads, and I needed a thumbnail, so I took a picture there. So yeah, I would say that the location. Well, no, yeah, just you don't need to be a tech wizard to work this out.
Oh, thanks.
Max, is it possible
yes.
we could have a Jackmate-esque bomb scare?
No, don't worry. There will be no. I actually wrote on the briefcase. This was obviously before Jackmate. They all came out with Jackmate, but I've written on the briefcase. This is not in any way dangerous.
That would make me more suspicious.
I know, which kind of in hindsight has probably made it worse and more suspicious. But I don't think that where it is will be causing anyone any troubles. People probably won't care about. Oh, great. Now I know that a lot of people, me having said that, a lot of people will be going, "Oh, very excited! Oh, that's a clue! It's a clue!" It's like, was it? Could you guys pinpoint the location better by me saying that? I don't know. Rogan, hello. Have you been in here before?
Hi,
Rogan?
sorry.
I think you
Yeah,
have.
yeah, back again. Sorry, it's a question mainly about in regards to like private and public property.
Yes.
Sorry. So obviously you said how like if it's 24/7 open, like a self-storage unit, and you go there and you're not a nuisance, then you would kind of justify it as public, didn't you? Or something along those lines. I wasn't really paying attention, not gonna lie.
Yeah. So is your question that if it is a 24-hour place, is it deemed to be public property?
And yeah, kind of, but also like, is it like because you said it's like a safe and like area? Is it safe in regards to I probably won't get stabbed, or security won't follow me? Like
Yeah,
weird,
it's safe and look, I'm not going to pass judgment of the various people that are going to be floating around the location at the time that you're going to be there, but I will say that there is not going to be an issue with security in the location of the treasure. You don't have to pass a boss or speak to a guy.
Yeah.
Whether it's okay for you to go have a look here.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, I'm probably giving away too much by saying it's basically not in a self-storage unit. But hey, I guess that's the benefits of you kind of sticking around in a Discord chat.
I have another thing kind of connected to that. In regards to you will know when it's been filed and stuff like that, is it more like you will know through like GPS? Like, that's kind of a very big question.
I have got there's various things within the briefcase and on the briefcase that will definitely make me know that I have it has been found. I am looking at my DMs, my emails, and my Twitter a lot, and I will definitely. But also there is instructions on and in the briefcase with what to do if you have found it. Mainly my phone number. So yeah, I will definitely know when it's been found. There's also a little animal trap camera, motion sensor camera glued to the bottom of the briefcase, so that when someone opens it, hopefully that will be triggered and I'll get a good shot of that. So I will definitely know when the briefcase is found.
That's the funniest mugshot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be great. I really hope that I've been told that it's got a 6-month battery life, so I'm hoping that it does stick around for that long. But
that is actually a part of my question. Is that like, are you planning on it being this long, or are you going to kind of? Do you have a time frame when you're going to give up? If
I mean, I don't really know. I would love for it to be solved sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
I really do not want it to be going on for like 6 months. I would love for it to be solved quite pronto, wrap it up, because this is also a little bit of a tester. Like, it's been fun, but I'd love to know what the limits are and how far I can push it with this kind of stuff. So
I do have another question, but it's not like about this ring. Sorry, it's like, were you inspired by like Forest Fenn or anything like that, like making it?
Yeah,
it's just a general
I
inquiry.
was inspired by Forest Fenn. Like, totally that.
That's really cool.
I saw that. I obviously got. I didn't look into like trying to solve it, but I saw what it was and saw a lot of coverage of it, and saw that it got solved during lockdown. And I thought, well, that sounds great. I mean, and also a great opportunity to give some money away to some people who've really kind of worked hard and earned it. So yeah, I definitely was influenced by Forest Fenn, and I have subsequently found out about Kit Williams and Masquerade and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's really cool. Sorry, thank you for doing this, because like the community you've made from doing this is really cool as well.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for sticking around, Rogan. You too, buddy. Who else we got? Well, let's get people we haven't had this evening. Oh, I'm looking at the request to speak. There's a lot of people we haven't had this evening. So
morning. Oh,
hello.
Early morning. How you doing, mate? How you doing?
I'm very well. Fosh alt confirmed.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
It's
hello,
the
mate.
guys that they think I sounded a bit like you, I'm afraid. So take that as a compliment or as a
don't worry. Like, one of my best mates, Rory, I was gaming with some people that only knew me, and they were like, "Rory, you sound just like Max." And Rory's like, "I'm from Preston in the northwest." So I think that I guess I just sound a lot like people who are quite well spoken.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
you flip that on its head. Now I'm getting a compliment, you see. No, that's all right. That's all right. Just want to say a nice, happy morning. Why on earth up so late? Ridiculous.
I thought I realised I hadn't the clue come out, and I thought, you know what, let's just get a couple of people in the Discord, see what everyone's saying, what the different theories are. So yeah, I mean, I will be jumping off in about 10-15 minutes, but I just thought I'd pop in and say hello.
Fair enough. Well, look, here's a question then. Now I've not really been around the sort of Q&A stuff, so I'm not really too familiar on whether, what's been asked and what's answered. But God, I sound so tired. What if someone just finds it? But not like someone who's looking for it, If I saw a briefcase somewhere, let's say in the middle of somewhere or nowhere, I'm just wondering what your kind of contingency is for it.
It is. It's a distinct possibility. It really is. And I'm hoping that I have done. I'm also hoping that the length of time. This also kind of goes into the previous question I was just asked about how long do I see this going on for. I think if this was a 6-month thing, I would worry about it being found by someone. But I'm pretty sure that it's not going to. And yeah, even if it does, there are things in place that will be able to stop people from running away with £10,000.
Yeah, sure. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Good fun then. Have you done anything like this? Not obviously not giving away the cash, but like like geocaching or anything before?
No, I haven't, and I didn't actually know what geocaching was until I'd had this idea. And then that's when I kind of thought, well, that kind of marries in quite nicely. So yeah, it worked well. Interesting. Well, I'd be interested to know. Are you going to reveal, or maybe it's his own anonymity? Are you going to reveal who that the guy that you spoke to was? No, Mystery Man. Mystery Man is very much staying as a mystery.
Yeah, fair enough.
I had to actually, to be fair, I had to persuade him quite a lot just to be in the video with the voice changer on. But he has decided to remain anonymous, but is absolutely vital within this whole scheme. That's not me saying go and find him. He has the answers.
Of course.
But actually, this is a fun story. When we were having the first conversation about this, I said to him, how do I know that you're not just going to run off with the £10,000 and give the answer to somebody else? Which he scoffed and said, Max, my reputation within the treasure hunting community is worth far more than £10,000. Yeah. And so I thought, you know what? That's a very good answer.
Them lot of paranoid people, so I feel that.
But yeah, I don't have any worries that he's going to be to double cross me and do a old sneaky and run off with the £10,000.
Yeah, no, I just thought it was kind of interesting that some people in that said community, I don't know what the crossover is, because the cyber and puzzle space is quite similar. So
is it?
Yeah,
Are you a part of that world?
Yeah, I dropped you an Instagram message.
What about it?
No, I spoke to it's Solomon.
Oh, of course.
Me, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, no, because I do cyber.
Well, Solomon, thank you very much for all of the the cyber related information. It's been very interesting to see what people are trying to do to get the clues.
Yeah, no, it's been all right. All right, well, look, take care all, and have a good night, happy hunting and all. And yeah, see everyone tomorrow. Night.
See you later, mate. Right, who else have we got? Is Ninja a mod or Ninja asking a question?
I am asking a question.
Ninja, hello.
Hello. I first wanted to say that I managed to convince my flatmate, who's never voted before, to vote for you for mayor. So
get in. I mean, that's both a very exciting thing to hear, but also a very worrying thing to hear that they did actually end up
he'd
voting
also
for me.
like never heard of you before. I showed him one video, and then I showed him Laurence Fox's campaign video as well, and I think that clinched it for him.
Okay, good. What a, I
Like,
mean,
yeah.
Lawrence, darling Lawrence, what a man he is, still trying to cling on to.
I'm just honestly really impressed that you didn't punch him at some point, because like I
This
feel
is
like
what
I
my, so I
would.
showed this, I showed the initial raw footage of our debate to my flatmate Dan, wonderful man. And he honestly was just filled with rage. He was like, how did you manage to keep a straight face or just like not hit him? I said, you know what? I couldn't take him. Like, he was just so funny. He was such a like caricature of this kind of posh bloke. He was drunk. He was actually really drunk, smoking a roll. It was like we were in a nightclub smoking area, let alone outside City Hall for the London mayor election. So I thought, you know what, you're an absolute joker, and regardless of what your policies are as a person, you're such a weird bloke. So
Yeah, I just despair that like he still got that many votes. Like, what does that say about the state of our country?
hey, don't worry, he got one. I think it was 1.9% of the vote. So I don't think we need to
Yeah.
worry about old Loz or Fox.
But yes, my question was also, sorry if this has been before, but like, what made you decide to get into YouTube in the first place? And when you did start, like, did you ever think that it would become your full-time profession?
No, I was obsessed with being a radio presenter. And I did
Oh,
radio
nice.
at university, and I kind of started making videos because of basically so I had loads of radio experience and I wanted some video experience as well, some presenting on camera. And I was obsessed with this idea about getting an agent. I thought if you get an agent, you've then made it, and then all of these amazing jobs just come flying in. So I made this like I applied to be on the University Television Society's version of what Street Smart became. It was essentially just going on a night out, interviewing people, chat, great. And they didn't let me on because I was like, well, no, we've got lots of other presenters. I'm so sorry, back of the queue. And so I thought I'd just do it myself. I filmed those 6 videos, put those out. They got 10 views, 9 views on YouTube. Sat there and did nothing. And I made videos every single week for about a year, posting them on YouTube and Facebook. And Facebook was where I was getting my kind of my success, small success. There was a few people who were watching the Facebook videos, but it wasn't until I met Zach and Jay and did the Maximus Bucharest video that we did that viral video. 25 million people saw it, and suddenly they all came over to my YouTube channel. Now, where I was very lucky and where I managed to kind of kick on was the fact that I had some content there for people to watch. Often we see with these big viral videos, these flash in the pan. We see it with KSI in a Reddit video, and he tells the subscribers to go over to someone's channel and to subscribe. That they often don't have content there to keep people interested. And I was lucky that I'd had almost like 2 years worth of videos for people to binge on and watch. And that's how I became a YouTuber. I didn't really have any idea that I wanted to go into YouTube. I thought I was going to be a radio presenter, but it's just where it kind of took me, and I realized, oh well, this is great. I'm my own boss. I get to make whatever I like. Of course, there are some negatives to do with YouTube, but yeah, I kind of fell into YouTube.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, because my friends keep saying like, "Oh, you should do YouTube and stuff," and I'm just like, I feel I'd become too stressed if I did get an audience. Like, oh, now I have to produce regular videos, and it has to be of the same type that they subscribe to me for. Otherwise, they'll be like, "What are you doing?"
You have just explained the reason why YouTubers get burnout. Like that is the main reason. And I'm very lucky that I've managed to pivot a few times with my content from the street smart stuff into more kind of the detective stuff, and then the story-based big idea stuff. But that is a huge problem with YouTubers, is that they get burnt out with that thought process. And it's just and also I will say, getting into YouTube, you cannot start YouTube without absolutely loving making videos, because the amount of I started making videos in 2016, yeah, and it was my first full-time job in 2020, so that's 4 years of working for nothing, and then it became so financially it doesn't make sense. Like, no one really has the patience if you're doing it for the money or doing it for reasons such as, oh, I want to make lots of money. You're just not going to have the patience to sit there and edit for a long time. Now, that might sound really like down as, oh, it's really hard to make it. It is and it isn't. There's a really simple model. You just kind of create and then create some more and then make another video and keep doing it. And if you love it, it will eventually happen. But there's kind of a lot of learning you need to do, and a lot of kind of like just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, really.
Yeah. And so I guess my final question following on from that is like, do you have a long-term plan specifically with YouTube, or you're just like doing it and seeing until you get bored or something else happens?
I think I'd love to hit 1 million subscribers, because I don't know why, but I think if you hit 1 million subscribers, you've kind of like completed YouTube. Like, yes, you can get 1, 2, 3, 4 million, but ultimately, I mean, unless you're Mr. Beast and just like, right, I'm gonna go for 100 million or 10 million, it's just such a mentally draining thing that I couldn't see myself keeping on going past that point. Like, I don't know, that might change, but my long-term goal is just to kind of be the best entertainer / presenter / kind of guy I can be at whatever I do, which is hopefully entertain people and make people laugh. So I've got the stand-up show that's going to be touring. I've got a big meeting about that tomorrow, actually. So hopefully I'll get some more ideas about dates and where I'm going to be going. But I want to try and become the most kind of polished performer in different fields. So I'm just trying to try my hand and make myself as future-proofed as possible.
Yeah, nice. Well, awesome. Thanks for coming on and talking to us.
No problem at all. Thanks for sticking around.
Would you prefer we bring a few people up at once, or
Yeah,
one
that's
by
a
one?
good idea. That's a good idea.
So 3 people, or
Let's try 3 people.
okay.
I like what you were doing earlier about kind of having like someone waiting, so then when the first person's finished, they can kind of unmute and immediately go. Hello, Vane, Thurley, and Big Bear. How are we all?
Hello, hello, hello.
Are we all well?
Good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Awesome. Hi, Max. I was wondering if I could ask a question back to do with the treasure hunt again.
Yes, of course.
And in your first clue, you said, like in the second half of it, it says words help you discover where my treasure's at.
Yeah.
I was wondering if that is a theme that continues through the other clues as well, or if we should be looking more like towards numbers, or if you can tell.
I think that if it's in a clue, you should be looking at it. I think that the suggestion I'd give everybody is to start with when I say this is a clue. It seems that a lot of people are looking into as what shirt I'm wearing or the timestamps on the oven. When the clues are there for a reason, because they are the clues. So yes, I would suggest that you stick to whatever is being said in the clues, and you
So
listen to that.
specifically on each one. So the first one and the clues within that don't really, like the words. It's words in the first one, and it could be anything in the second one.
Yeah, it could be anything. I don't know whether they. I mean, I do know, but like, do they connect? I'm not sure. I can't really say.
Okay, that's useful. Thank you.
No problem. Is everything from you, Vane?
That's everything. Thank you.
Okay, Thurley, hello.
Oh, what's up, Max? So I have like 2 kind of serious-ish questions. One which is less serious but still related to the treasure hunt.
Serious questions. I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. Okay. So right. So the first question is, when we're talking about like public-private property,
yes,
are we classifying like fields? Like obviously I don't want to be walking around like a field somewhere and like get like threatened with a farmer like with a shotgun or something. Like, can like my question basically is like, and I know you did say about common sense earlier, but is it safe to be looking around fields? Is it something that we should be like doing or not?
I'm not going to say
okay,
don't, like, because that might be a bit too obvious. But remember, I think you've also got to remember what I said earlier about it being wheelchair accessible. It's accessible to everybody. So I would definitely keep that in mind.
Okay, awesome. So my second question is about this is actually less serious. This is about a Reddit account that's popped up, which I've been talking about. It's called its username is VXEWHUIXJH, which is
right.
yeah. So I ran it. So I thought it kind of looks like a Caesar cipher. So I ran it through like a Caesar decoder. And the name is subterfuge, which basically means like deceit in order to pursue a goal. It's been basically like posting little like hints and references relating to your stuff, very like cryptic. I just wanted to confirm that like this is like not a legit thing because
They
you've said,
actually admitted it in Hunt General, I think, the actual person.
oh, did it?
What that it wasn't me. That's not me.
Okay, yeah,
You-
yeah. I just wanted to make sure, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
someone
so
said. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Max.
no, I'd love to know about more what this person is doing. Are they kind of
Well,
leaking
so
information about me?
so well, no. So basically, the first the so their first ever comment was on a picture of a of avocado toast and Caesar salads. So the comment was, "You're on the right track." Basically, it relates to the Caesar cipher. Secondly, basically it's like about somebody like, have you seen that clip with a geezer like putting pizza in the oven and then like he falls over and like the oven falls over and stuff?
No, I haven't, but I'd love to see
Well,
it.
he says, oh, I'll link you the thing, the account. Basically, he says it appears they've lost their coordination, so that's, we assume, a reference to baking. And then he puts keep pushing when somebody's asking about like coordinates and timestamps on the videos. And
That could potentially be. I mean, look, I don't think it is. It's definitely not me. Number one.
Yeah.
It could potentially be Mystery Man, but I really don't think it is because he would have told me if he was doing that.
Okay.
So yeah, you need to. Yeah, I would
Well,
suggest that you don't listen to them.
the main thing, like, this is why I'm asking, is because there's a satellite image that they posted to the r/ not interesting sub. And I just like, I would just like confirmation like not to go to this satellite image place.
No, do not do that.
Okay.
That is not me. I have not posted that. If they think they know where the briefcase is, I would really suggest they go and get it. But no, you don't need to worry about looking into them.
Okay, awesome. That's cool. Cheers.
So I found the quote that the person said. So I just put it in the Max Talks chat. But they said they would like to apologise for messing with you on Reddit. I'm surprised it was even investigated, but thought I'd have a little fun since I have 0% chance of getting this 10k. And he said, glad you managed to pick up on the Caesar cipher, because you know he was talking about the salad thing.
Mm.
And
oh yeah,
there's just someone just messing around a little bit.
Oh, I see.
Well, there you go. There are a lot of people messing around. I had one individual message me on every single social media platform with just the line, "I found the briefcase. What should I do with the money?" And I'm like, "You haven't found the briefcase, lad. You just haven't. I know you haven't. Stop messing with me." But I guess people will be wanting to try. It's probably someone in this chat actually. I guess people want to kind of make it seem like they have found it.
So just like a really quick kind of like final question. My mate Ben actually wanted to know, is so based on the current information we have, are we looking at a situation where you need all three clues to compile them to then get to the briefcase? Or is it more like does it get progressively easier? Like, can we find it with clue 1, just clue 2, clue 1 and 2, or are we gonna have to wait for clue 3?
I'm not going to say.
Okay.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Crack it.
Well, cheers, Max.
No worries, mate. Thanks for playing. No, Big Bear still to share, I think.
Well, in a way, first of all, hi. Thanks
Hello.
for doing this. It's a lot of fun to do.
No problem at
There's
all.
certainly a lot of people are finding a lot of enjoyment out of this. So yeah, I hope you do more stuff like this in the future. I hope this isn't the last treasure hunt that you organize and set the community loose on.
Here's a question for you before you just ask this question, Big Bear. How could I make this more exciting in the future? What would you like to see that would make this all bigger, more interactive, like something unique and interesting that I haven't thought of yet? Because I can't really think of doing it in a bigger way other than just being like, oh, here's more money. So if you can think of an interesting way of kind of redoing it, let me know.
Well, sure. I think that there are two things that I would say that I think the first thing is that a good treasure hunt is one that sort of confirms you've got to the next stage when you have. So, for example, if you sort of solve the riddle, and it's a sort of incremental game where it takes you somewhere, and that somewhere then sort of confirms, no, that first clue was right.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people sort of, rather than sort of letting things sort of, spiral into a mushroom cloud, guiding people on a more sort of defined path, I think is more sort of exciting because, okay, yeah, that's confirmed the new clue, and then it's sort of incremental from there, rather than sort of you get these really crackpot theories where people are doing all manner of things to try and sort of bring things together. But to make it more interactive, to make it more interesting, I think is a very interesting question in of itself. The only thing I would say to that is use more elements, right? So,
okay,
if you used, YouTube or Reddit or Facebook or different videos as you're doing with this one, that's great. Certainly combining a sort of digital element in there, maybe sort of experiment a bit with. Maybe you want to go down the tech angle. I don't know if that makes it more or less accessible, or to what extent you want to do that. But certainly, I think some very basic sort of tech elements could interplay quite well. I think there are things like augmented reality. If you really wanted to go down, you could maybe have like a Max Fosh app that once that's the next stage, and you have to like figure out where to use this app or something. There are loads of sort of pieces and little sort of snippets of technology that I think you could sort of blend together in a very entertaining manner, let's say.
Okay, cracking. Thank you very much for that. Do you have any other questions about the treasure hunt?
I did, but then it just got answered literally. The last question of the previous person who was here, I forget their name. But I was just going to say, is this something that, looking at clue 2 alone, you could solve, looking at clue 1 alone, you could solve, or is it that you need to look at the bigger picture? But I think you've already answered that, haven't you?
Yeah, I have answered that, and the answer is I can't possibly say right now, but hopefully waiting for clue 3 might help.
Max, can I just ask another quick question?
Yes.
Did you get any funny looks when you took 10 grand out of the bank?
Yeah, that was a struggle, and that is all going to be in the video that comes out with the results. But yeah, that was a whole kind of different battle in of itself.
Okay.
Especially in £5 notes.
Oh my God! Yeah. Did you get all the money for that from Surfshark, or?
Yes, all the money in the briefcase has come from Surfshark.
Oh wow! Awesome.
Cool. I've had to pay. I paid Mystery Man for his help as well. So, I've just about broken even. So I'm not losing money like I did with the mayor video.
And do you think like you're getting loads more views on your like other videos because people are trawling through them now?
I haven't actually looked at the data. I don't really think that it's had a remarkably large impact on it.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, it's been compared to last month's, which was obviously a really big month for me because of all the mayor videos. So I think that it's been a great little kind of follow-ups after the mayor videos, but it's probably not kind of been as big as I probably thought it could be on the other videos. But I mean,
yeah. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad your channel's doing really well, and good luck with everything.
Great, thanks so much, Big Bear Vane.
Thank you.
I have a proper question.
Yes.
I guess I didn't have one. But do you enjoy sort of watching people sort of start from a sort of very small base and then sort of spiral off into these really sort of convoluted directions? Is that something you get a bit of enjoyment out of?
Not particularly. I'm interested to see where people's minds work. But I have told a few people who are potentially planning on flying over to try and go to a car park in Stoke I will say, guys, remember to look at the rules, and then they'll realize, oh shit, yeah, it breaks one of the rules. So I'm not being a total dick about kind of just mad with power, but it has been interesting to see how people's minds work.
Cool.
Great. Well, we're going to get three more people in. I'm sorry if we can't get to everyone, but I'm then going to head off to Bedfordshire, which is also known as my bed. So yeah, any more questions from you guys? Has anyone just joined?
We could add quite a few more actually, if you would like.
Yeah, we'll get
somebody on
add two more people who haven't been in,
Okay.
and then we'll finish up with that. I'm so sorry, guys, for everyone who hasn't been joined, but I'll endeavour to get to you guys in a bit. Hello, Jack, T, and Wonderful, and Yamondo. How are you all?
Thanks, yeah.
Oh,
Fantastic. Wonderful. Great day.
Oh God, so many superlatives. God, it's great, isn't it? Who wants to go first? I'm just going to let you guys decide.
Me.
Oh,
Hello.
I was going to say.
Okay, what's your question? Is it treasure hunt related or not?
I don't know who's speaking now.
You
are.
Me.
Hello.
You are.
Are you all right? You doing all right? Good night.
Yeah, I'm not too bad. What is your question, good sir?
Brilliant. Yeah, no, it's not really treasure hunt related, to be honest.
Nice.
Well, everyone's answering them, to be honest. So I was a bit like, yeah, not sure. But I was having a listen, and you mentioned that the phone number's going to be on the case. 10 grand's pretty cool, but do I get to like message you? Are you going to keep the number?
Yeah, I can keep the number, but if I'm getting calls at 2 in the morning, I will block the number.
Just the chat if I need some advice, you know.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
oh, lovely.
Also, always email me. Like I'm pretty responsive with emails when it comes to advice, and I always will watch people's stuff. If there's YouTube videos and stuff there.
Oh
and
no,
give
no,
pointers.
not YouTube. Just like financial advice. I don't know. Just
I'm
what
probably not
am I
qualified
going to
for
buy
that.
for lunch? You know, just that sort of stuff. What I feel like. I've also because I was like, I just think of things. I was like, I could ask him that, but I wrote down Great Yarmouth. Don't know what that's about. I think that was part of the treasure hunt thing. You ever been?
Yeah, I've never been to Great Yarmouth. No, but I've got a question for the wider group. Has anyone found the video that the Great Yarmouth is from?
They have.
Yeah.
Oh, they have found
It's
it.
only got like 4K views or something.
I think I literally just Googled Great Yarmouth and it popped up or something like that.
No, they have not found that video.
It was somebody searched Great Yarmouth BBC, and that was it. I think I'm pretty sure on YouTube, and that was how somebody found it.
Wow.
We
Okay.
have all the timestamps so far on like plausible leads. It's one of the tech channels with the green tick beside it, and you can see
someone's
all
got
the
their time.
current video links we have in there.
Okay. Well. Okay, that's interesting that you managed
From what
to
we've
find.
got from the Clue 2 clip.
So that was going to be my question: is Clue 2 more about the words that are spoken or the videos where they come from?
They were the words that spoken the video they come from. No comment. No comment, because that's too big of a clue. I think if I answer that question. Are we all done with whoever that was? I think.
If no one's taking it, then I'm coming in.
Right.
Right.
He is. Yamondo.
Yeah. So I've just got loads of words written down that I thought of, and I'm just gonna like try to elaborate on every point. So my first one says, I don't think you're an idiot and just like would put money in a grit bin. So I feel like everyone going off on the grit bin idea is just wrong.
Yeah, I think the grit bin was probably a bit of a meme.
Yeah, to be honest.
But yeah, it was good content for me in the Reddit thread, definitely.
Yeah, I've got. I think it was answered not long ago. I said like, is it all going to be in the first video? Like, can you work it out from the first video? Is it all going to be like a slow release that you're going to do? But then you said that it's like you got to kind of wait for the third video.
Yeah, I would still say that that's the case.
Right. I got there was that whole thing about Twin Peaks, and like the most like famous like episode of Twin Peaks is when he goes into the room with the really small man, and it's like like the black and white floor, and it's all like the reverse audio, and the black and white floor, the way it's checkered looks like exactly like that book, like the Me, Myself, and Helena one. And I was just like, I was brainstorming. I was like, whoa, maybe there's some kind of link, but I don't know if I'm just going off on an absolute tangent. You know what I mean? Just like when
Yeah.
you sat with all the information, you're like piecing everything together, trying to make some kind of sense of it.
Yeah, definitely. It's like what someone was talking about earlier with confirmation bias. Like you're so obsessed with the idea that there's definitely a link here that you try and go and find one. But I've also been amazed at just the amount of kind of coincidences, like lucky coincidences that have come out of me just making this. So yeah, there's a lot of them around.
Yeah, right. This is from the most recent video. When you're talking about Great Yarmouth, this is again an absolute tangent. But when the Jackmate podcast used to be done, there was this running joke that Duty Rhino was from Great Yarmouth, and they used to just absolutely run with this joke. Any link there, or is it just a coincidence that you?
I would say no. I'm not gonna lie. That's a total coincidence. Total coincidence.
You know what 3 words? You know, ever heard of it? Ever been inclined to use it? Any chance?
Maybe not.
Maybe, okay. And final one, you were talking about how you can make it more interesting, stuff like that. I was saying you could hold them like an event, you know, like where like you like if you want to get the clues, you've got to go to like an event. You know what I mean? Like we all go and meet up, and then like you like give us all the clues, and if you're not there, you don't get it. You know what I mean?
I quite like that as well. That's a good point. I might do a separate 1,000, like a smaller money for people who come to my live show as well. Just to see how that does. So that's a very good idea. Thank you very much for that.
All right, no worries. I was also gonna say just I like the videos, pretty good. So
thanks, buddy.
Keep going.
Cheers, mate. Right, we've got 3 more, I think.
Oh, I had a question as well.
Yeah. Yes, Jack, go for it.
Yeah, firstly, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Good on you for giving people a single reason to go to Pret a Manger.
Okay.
This is just purely out of interest. How faithful have you been, like, sticking to the original, like, plans of the clues? I.e., like, if you made any, like, impromptu changes depending on how the community, like, approached it?
No, absolutely none. There were a few changes before I went live with the first clue, with the clues. So initially I didn't feel like when Mystery Man first came to me, they weren't kind of centric enough around the channel. So I actually got him to change clue 2. Clue 2 was gonna be another poem, but I got him to change it to be the audio clip of some of the vids, because I wanted it to be so that people who watched my videos could have a chance rather than just somebody who's just a big treasure hunt enthusiast. But in terms of how it's like whether it's changed once it's gone live, absolutely not. The clues have stayed the same and will do until the very end.
Okay, and I've just had a DM from someone who wanted a question on their behalf.
Yes.
He said, can this puzzle be solved by, he says, can it be solved by only viewing the clues on a mobile phone, he said.
No, you can view them anywhere, and they will have. It doesn't matter what instrument you are viewing them on.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
No worries. I think that was Jack. I think what T Costa and Jack again. Jack from Solcombe.
Hey, yes.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going? Yeah.
I'm all right, thanks, mate. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm good, thanks.
That's good.
I was wondering. I sent you an email earlier. You replied to it. What do you think about the Freemason idea, joining the Freemasons?
Oh yeah, it's a good idea, mate. I think what I'd worry about was an angle. So you've always got to be like, when I'm thinking of video, I've got to think of, okay, what's the title and thumbnail? Great title and thumbnail. That I joined the Freemasons. It's well known enough, etc. But then I'm thinking, when I'm there or when I join, how can I make this interesting? And I guess that's an element of kind of joining and finding out for myself. Oh, sorry. But I think I'm definitely interested. I just need to work on it and see how I can make it as interesting as possible.
That's fair. That's fair. In relation to the hunt, I was wondering, does the briefcase have like a passcode on it? Do I have to put in numbers to unlock it?
The briefcase does have a passcode, but I wouldn't focus on the passcode of the briefcase, because it would be pretty obvious what the code is.
Okay.
So yeah, don't go. I would focus on the location of the briefcase rather than the potential passcode of the briefcase.
Okay, cool.
Cracking, and finally we've got Mr. T Costa or Miss T Costa.
Whoa. No. I'm back again. Hello.
Hello.
Right. I was talking at the start, but I think we got sidetracked, so I thought I'll just pipe down for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you got for me?
I was just going to add to what the great man Yamondo was saying before about the in-person event that you could potentially do. I loved the video of the treasure hunting, the metal detecting convention.
Yeah.
I think if you did something like that, that'd be amazing. Something buried, loads of people I don't know, some clues like that. I think that would just be quite a nice sort of event that, yeah, I don't know, just potential has some potential to it.
Yeah, that would be cool actually. Like the just doing it centric to metal detectors. So that but yeah, an event would be sick. I mean, it kind of gets me as I said earlier, I'm trying to do a stand-up tour and get do some live shows. So I will probably make a specific treasure hunt for just those who turn up to the stand-up tour. So it's a great way of getting more people to come, and hopefully you guys can get something out of it as well.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. I mean, just callbacks to the old videos as well for the people who've been watching you for, so long as well would be, it'd be pretty great,
Yeah, mate, love it. It's all going to be there.
All right, brilliant. Well, thank you very much. That was pretty much all my questions. So, yeah, cheers.
Cracking. Okay, guys, I think we'll leave it there. Thank you very much to everyone who stuck around and listened. And I hopefully you are ready for Clue 3, which comes on Sunday.
Very exciting.
Wonderful. Right, guys,
Can't wait.
have a good evening.
He's
Oh, he's gone.
Up and left. Bastard.
What? Whoa.
Gosh. Another clue.
Bye, Max. His old account's probably in here, so bye.
Yeah. Turns out that not Max is actually Max.
Yes. How you doing, George?
Not too bad, thanks, mate.
Good. Good to hear. Well, nice.
Well, that went well. We'll see you all Sunday. I guess there'll be another stage after the video.
He didn't do one of the last video. I think it's because it's
No,
sort
no,
of
but-
needs time to settle down a little bit, doesn't it?
Sure, but we did one. I presume there'll be another stage here.
Yeah. Like us, and then he'll probably come the next day or something like we're doing right now. Yeah.
Sure.
Because I feel like on the evening of the video release, it's a bit too quick,